Protesters and police scuffle outside the Israeli parliament in Jerusalem as huge demonstrations take aim at the government's plan to extend its military campaign against Hamas in Gaza.
Sick and tired of this war that never ends. We don't want to fight a war that only keeps Netanyahu in power. We want the hostages back. We want our soldiers back. Our kids are being sent to a purposeless war.
After Hamas attacked Israel on October 7, 2023, killing 1,200 people and taking 251 hostage, Israel retaliated, launching a war in the enclave that has killed more than 52,000 people. Since then, the country has taken control of about half of Gaza. But now Israel's security cabinet has approved plans to seize the entire Gaza Strip and stay there for an unspecified amount of time to, quote, defeat Hamas. Tens of thousands of Israeli reservists are being called up with troops to occupy positions in Gaza. The proposal also calls for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza, many of them already displaced, to move to Gaza's south.
The operation will include a broad attack, including the evacuation of most of the population of the Gaza Strip. This is in order to protect them in a sterile area away from Hamas.
The mass displacement is set to worsen an already dire humanitarian crisis in the Strip. There's been an extreme shortage of essential aid over the past year and a half of war, made worse 9 weeks ago when Israel imposed a blockade on the enclave as fighting resumed in Gaza after a brief ceasefire. Much of the population is now facing imminent famine.
The situation here is extremely difficult. The children are exhausted from hunger, and we adults can't even walk in the streets. There is no medicine, no flour, and vegetable prices are very high.
As part of its strategy, Israel would also impose control over aid distribution, with private companies in charge of deliveries, after the country accused Hamas of diverting aid for its own use. But relief agencies say that plan violates basic humanitarian principles and is logistically unworkable.
So we have made it very clear that the mechanism, this plan that was presented, is not in line with the humanitarian principles, and giving more operational control to a party to the conflict would risk aid not reaching the vulnerable people who actually need this aid the most.
Countries across the globe have also expressed their opposition to Israel's plan, including the UK and EU. The operation is not expected to be launched until after US President Donald Trump visits the Middle East next week. But as Israel continues to mount its deadly assault on Gaza, this announcement is another painful blow for the tens of thousands of Palestinians living in the conflict zone. Dolphine, Chen and Rosie Grenenger for TaiwanPlus.